Welcome to the University of Iowa Neuromarketing channel. My name is Ryan Crockett, and today I'm going to demonstrate some of the useful if function practices in SPSS. I'm going to teach you some of the typical logical conditions with if functions, and also you will learn some of the relational and logical operating symbols. This is useful because it's an efficient way to transform or modify values based on different logical conditions. Okay, for the purpose of this video, we're going to act as if we're a car company and have different databases for different cities that we plan to target. And we're going to assume that there's an optimal demographic connection between a luxury car and a price point car. So in this scenario, we're going to look through the data and see if this is a city where we should advertise more for our luxury car or the low-priced car. So we're going to start by using the drop-down menu for an if function, and then later we'll go through and change it via syntax. So this is a computation, so we will go to transform and compute a variable. We'll start by doing the luxury variable, so we'll go ahead and type in lux car. Now here's where we actually go down and do the if function. So we'll go over here, and we can do it to do all cases, but we're going to do it as if it satisfies a specific condition. What we want to do is go to income category and find if that is greater than or equal to 3. We also want our job satisfaction to be greater than or equal to 3, so you'll type in and there. Find job satisfaction, which is right down here. And then we'll want that to also be greater than or equal to 3. After that, you'll go and click continue, and you've set your if function parameters. For this part, we want it just to be a dichotomous, so we'll just do a 1. So that's if it fits the if function we have down here. And we'll just go ahead and paste that. So everything looks okay, and we are ready to run it. So we'll highlight, and we'll go ahead and hit play. Now we can check to see if that went through okay. The variable was created. It does look like it figured out the correct parameters. To be safe, we'll run a frequencies, so we can just go down here and frequencies for lux car. Highlight that and run it. And as we saw in our output, it does have 100%, so only 34% of them agreed with those conditions. When I say agreeing, I mean they fit the conditions we're looking for. So we just created our luxury car category based on if people's income categories are higher than the average, and they're also happier with their job. So what we're assuming is that they're more likely to buy a nicer car if those are the specific logical conditions. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and create our price point condition. We're just going to adjust the syntax to do that for this one. So when you see the greater than or equal here, another relational way you can do this is just type in GE, so greater than or equal to. It's also the same with LE or LT and GT for greater than, less than, and vice versa. So then we'll leave the AND category as well. We can switch this to GE again, or leave it, just doing it for the purpose of the video here. One other thing we want to be aware of is some people will have a lower income category, and they'll also be retired, so that doesn't really fit the demographic we're looking for, so we want to make sure we account for that. To do that, we're going to type in another AND to this equation, and then AND not. So AND not, and then retire is the variable we want it to search through. And then instead of doing an equal, we can do an EQ as well. So retire not equal to 1. 1 is when someone is retired. That's what will be in the category. So we want it to pick up everything that does not have 1. And I did leave this greater than there. We actually want it to be a less than or equal to, but it doesn't matter because they're both going to be below it. And then the last thing we do is change the name, and we'll do price car. And now we can highlight it. Everything looks good, so we're going to go ahead and run it to see. Output did come out. We'll check the variable. Created a new one. Data is in there. And the last thing we'll do is run our frequencies on that as well. So we'll do and run it, and it looks like we have all of those as well. The last thing we can do is once again interpret the data that we just found. So we'll go up to Analyze and Descriptive Stats frequencies. Just going to put in the lux car and the price car variable, which will be at the bottom, and then you can just go ahead and hit OK. And again, this is what we saw before when we previously checked the frequencies over here, but this is just seeing them side by side. And as you can see, compared to this demographic, assuming all advertising and everything else is held constant and will be equally effective, luxury car would be the target demographic here that we wanted to advertise towards, because the frequency is higher out of 6,400. If it were vice versa, we would obviously go with the price car. Thank you for watching this tutorial from the University of Iowa Neuromarketing channel. For more tutorials, subscribe to our channel.